Hello! So today we're actually going to be making another cosplay. This time I'm actually going for something more casual for fanime, but this is also a cosplay that I've been wanting to do since forever. It's one of my beloved series from my early 2000 childhood. So I'm going to be making one of the school uniform from Dean Angel. I'll be cosplaying Riku Harada with my friend Kagura as Risa. So we're going to be twinsies sisters, and I actually really love this uniform. I think it's one of the cutest school uniform, and it's something I've always wanted to do. So I'm actually really excited to be having something like more nostalgic to bring back. So it's gonna be, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I already have everything ready, so all the references, and I sketched out all the breakdowns, and we already have the fabric. We're gonna be coordinating this together so that we can match. And so for this outfit, it's actually, I think it's only like 3 pieces. That's what I broke down. So you got like the top vest part, and then the blouse and the skirt. So we're gonna start on that and jump right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the inner blouse. I'm pretty sure I could just make one with my basic bodice and turn it into the silhouette, but since I saw that there's a pattern that works perfectly for it already, it has, mostly because it has this this shape on the bottom, the 2 tails. It's in the front and back, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I got this from the cosplay site. I'll list the link below, but it's a Japanese cosplay site, and it comes with like a lot of free patterns, but this one you have to buy. It's only like $4 or $5. I think you need a Japanese address resident though in order to make a purchase. Thanks to my friend who lived there, and she was able to do that for me, so thank you so much. And she bought me the pattern, and she printed it, or not printed it, she sent me the file, and then I printed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some modification on it and turn it into the current blouse that I want it to be. So I'm probably just gonna trim this part, modify this part so that it's more of a v-neck, because you don't really see a visible collar on the blouse, as long as this is the main part that's important. And for the sleeve, Risa has a long sleeve while Riku has a short one. Originally I was gonna go with a long sleeve only because I either don't want sunburn, or I just don't really like showing my arm, but since it's gonna be more for like in the middle of the summer wear, I'll go ahead and do a short sleeve. And yeah, so we're gonna go take it from there. I just cut that totally wrong, but it's okay. So I have everything all cut out. I actually have a lot of extra for the white. I'm using like a gabardine. So because I have extra, I'm gonna go ahead and double it just so that it has a little bit more layer to it, and it's not like it's sheer thin, because it's a little bit on the thin side, which is okay because it's gonna be like an under blouse, so you're not gonna see it anyways. But since I have extra, I might as well just layer it up. So I had it all cut out already, so I'm gonna go ahead and iron, start drawing on the fisheye darts, and then go ahead and start assembling it.
A few inches later.
Alright, so I went ahead and cut out 2 full circle skirt. I'm gonna be combining them because I'm gonna be doing a pleated circle skirt. But before all that, I'm gonna go ahead and hang it for a couple days, mostly so I can get the bias stretched out so the hem isn't uneven or anything. So always do that if you're doing something on the bias. Just hang it out because it will warp and change, and you definitely don't want like an uneven hem. So we're gonna go ahead and hang that. So I finished the blouse for the inside uniform. It's a little on the thick side only because I doubled it because I have extra fabric. I didn't want to waste that, so I might as well. I used that as lining by doubling it. So did everything, some top stitching. Here's the invisible zipper for the front. Only the lower portion, which is the tails here, are going to be visible on the outfits. Mine's short sleeves. I did a really low neckline only because you don't really see most of the top part. There's going to be like a little a front collar flap here from the vest itself. So it's all finished. Made it a little big on me, but that's okay. It's a little more comfortable that way. So it's all done, and I can go ahead and probably start on the skirt and the vest. I have to go ahead and let the skirt hang for about a week so the bias can stretch out. So after that, I can start on that and basically try to wrap everything up.
Day 4.
Alright, so I hung my circle skirt for a week and I think it's about ready to work on it. I'm going to start trimming off the uneven hems. You can already totally see how it's stretched out. This is totally uneven here by a lot. It's like a little more than half an inch. So all the way around, I'm going to go ahead and even those out. So I got all the circle skirt pleated and base sewn, so now I'm going to put together. It actually took 3 full circle skirt just to pleat, just to take it up to my measurement, so it actually does take a lot of fabric. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put it all together, and I can probably start doing the bias trim that goes on, like white that goes on the edge, and then hem the edges with the bias tape, and then waistband, zipper, and so on. Alright, so the circle skirt is all complete. I can't believe this is actually 3 full circle skirt combined. It's super flare and poofy-ish because it's a lot of yardage in here. I think it was like 6 yards just for a circle skirt alone. They do take up a lot of fabric. What took the longest was mostly just the hem, doing the bias binding, and then putting on the white bias trim. And then after that I just did the waistband zipper with some hook and eyes, and she's all done. This is also the top that goes with it, the undershirt, so you won't see much of the front besides like the tails and the sleeve, because after that I just have the vest. It's actually really cute. I love this uniform so far. My dream cosplay. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the vest next. I also am really glad for this reference right here of this cosplay that I found online, mainly because I can actually see what's going on with the outfit. So there's going to be like a side dart, and this pattern already has that, so I'm going to go ahead and take that and adjust this part up to like a low bust, and I can just work out the collar from here, and the closer is just 1 button. I might just have to add like smaller snaps inside, otherwise like that 1 button probably is not enough, so I'll go ahead and figure that part out. Alright, so I went ahead and did the mock-up. It looked good. I did all of the modification I need. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the final pattern for this and add on every last measurements I need, and also work on the collar after. But so far it's going good, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this pattern up and start cutting it out on the fabric. So here is the outer fabric of it. I just need to work on the collar, and then after I put in the collar I can start doing the lining part. But so far it fits pretty good. It's a little longer right here, but once I hem it up it probably should be at the length I want. Sizing is good. I was afraid it wasn't like enough to double cross it, but so far it's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the color next. Oh yeah, and for this one I decided to add an interfacing on it just to give it more structure because the poplin is a little thin. Even double lining it, I don't want it to like crinkle too much, so adding the interfacing actually really helps smooth it out more. Okay, so I got the collar here. I decided to do a heat and bond to cut it out only because it's cleaner and it makes it look more sharp. Originally I was gonna do like bias tape, but I didn't really feel like folding corners, so I just went ahead and slapped the fabric onto heat and bond, cut out the design, made a template for it from the collar. So it's on here now. I'm gonna go ahead and satin stitch to clean the edges up, and then finish sewing the collar together, and then I can attach it to the neckline and then add on the lining, and then I think I'm about good for the vest, adding on the closure, some stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that next.
One eternity later.
And here's what I got for her so far. She is almost done. I sewed the vest together. I did top stitching. After I sewed on the collar, I just need to add on the little Mousy flap that they have usually on the top of their neckline that you usually see in like in most school uniforms like this. And then closure, there's like a button in front. And I think after that I'll be completely done and I'll try her on. She's already looking cute. I love it. I'm really sucker for like cute school uniform, and this is super nostalgic for me because it's one of my favorite series back in the early 2000s, and I'm definitely wanting to bring back more series from those times because those are like during like my peak days of anime, and I just have so many of those. But yeah, I am super excited, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up all the small touches and finish this up. Alright, so I made the modesty panel. I'm gonna make it detachable, so there's gonna be snaps, so it's just gonna like snap right onto the front once you button this up. And for this I decided to also add snap just because I don't think just one button is actually gonna be enough to hold it, mainly because it's gonna be doing a lot of stretching. Like this part, the front's probably gonna stretch when I move around, so I don't want all the strain to be just on one closure, so I just add the button here and then decide to do like 2 snaps on the inside. So that's it for the closure, and after adding on this panel I will be done. I just realized I used the wrong seam allowance for one side of the collar, so I'm actually kind of peeved right now because it was supposed to be half an inch, but I guess I guess I did more on one side, so now it's a little bit uneven. I didn't notice until I looked closely at it, so hopefully it won't bug me too much. It's already kind of late. I don't want to take it apart, so maybe I'll redo it after. So yeah. Alright, so she is all done finally. Just spare time a day before the con. I'm already getting ready to pack everything, so I just need to take her off and zip her up and she'll be ready to go. I'm super excited. We'll be wearing this with my twinsies for this weekend anime. So we're gonna be super cute. I love it, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into that now. Hello, future me talking. So I actually lost the clip of the reveal part since it's been over a year that I made this, but we did end up wearing it and looking super cute. We even got some photos in it, and overall it's just a joy to cosplay one of my nostalgic series. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm currently still working through my backlog from 2022, so I appreciate all the support here. If you want to see more daily content and work, I do upload frequently on my social media, which you can find below. Leave a like and sub if you haven't, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!